go. Super simple spaghetti cacio e pepe, all right? So you start off, pan on, not super hot, just about low medium heat, and then get some black pepper in there. Do it until your arm stops to hurt. Almost. All right. So enough pepper in there, and you're basically trying to toast the pepper, right? Really not that difficult. You don't want to take it too much. You can see how much pepper I put in there from the bottom. All right. You don't want to toast it too much, just enough to start getting that fragrant right before you're about to sneeze. Okay. All right. So depending on who's making it, so when I make my cacio e pepe, I put a little bit of butter in it. Okay. Normally, this is not the recipe. The recipe is spaghetti, cacio meaning cheese, pepe meaning pepper, nothing else. A little bit of pasta water to get it emulsified, but that's it. I like to add butter in there because I like that creaminess to it, instead of it being a little bit more on the drier, cheesier side. So right now, I'll add my butter, okay? And then basically you're doing the same thing, right? So you're toasting all that black pepper, and then the butter is gonna start to incorporate in it, and then we're gonna go right to pasta water, all right? Wait till that butter to melt a little bit. You can already see your black pepper toasting up. And then just like that, you're gonna hit that with pasta water. Now, we already salted our pasta water because your pasta water is always supposed to be salty, right? It's supposed to be seasoned like the ocean. Just keep in mind, though, that everything you're adding into this dish is also gonna be salty. Just keep that in mind, all right? So now, as that's going, your sauce is working, right? All we now need to do is cook our pasta. So take your spaghetti, drop it in your pasta water that's boiling. Turn your heat down on your sauce because you don't really need this to do anything else at this point. And then have your Parmesan cheese, your olive oil, and your plate ready. Because the next part's gonna go pretty fast, all right? So always move your pasta in the basket, because the last thing you want this to do, especially when you're using fresh pasta like this, is to clump together. Never put olive oil in your pasta. It makes no sense at all. When you add olive oil, you actually allow the sauce to not stick to the pasta, and you want the sauce to stick to the pasta. Cook that for about another minute or so. We're gonna give that a little taste. Because it's fresh, it's gonna cook faster. If you're using a dry pasta, you're gonna wanna cook this for about 6 minutes. A little bit more. And when we cook this pasta, we're gonna cook it about 50% of the way, because I want the rest of that time for it to cook in the pan and to really allow all that starch to come out and incorporate with the sauce, all right? So I'm gonna kick up that heat a little bit because I toned it down a touch. I'm gonna get more of that pasta water in here. All right, and then add your pasta. Get out of there. All right, now, super important. Now you just want to start doing this motion here, just starting a little twirl action, and you're going to start seeing it thickening up, all right? Because all that butter is going to mix with that pasta water. And be patient, okay? Because the minute you try to speed this up is when you're kind of going to ruin this dish, all right? A little bit more. Then we're going to add the cheese, and we're going to add the a little bit more pepper and some olive oil. All right. So that's basically where I need it to be. So I'm gonna turn the heat off, okay? Now you take your cheese. This is Parmigiano mixed with Pecorino. And you're basically gonna do this movement here. Go a little bit more. All right. And then a little touch of olive oil. This is good. And then you're gonna mix that all together. See how creamy that looks? And then we're gonna taste it, all right? Perfect. Wait. Just like that. And then to finish, a little bit more parm. And I like more pepper, so we're gonna hit it with more pepper. Just like that. Super simple spaghetti cacio e pepe.